Hello guys. This is my first video. I'm doing this because I wanted to share a story with you. Um, I think when it comes to illnesses, we all kind of feel the same pain mentally, and we all feel kind of lonely. So I felt really lonely in the past years because um, I've never seen someone near me or far away from me with the same issue. So I need to share the story, and I want to share the story. Um, Maybe for one another, it's an advice, or it can help someone else, or it can be an advice for me to talk about it. And maybe there's someone outside that has gone through the same thing. So, also don't be mad at me for my English. I'm not English, and I'm doing my best to talk about it in English because I think speaking English, it can reach more people to maybe see this video. And you know so what happened is that in 2023, I went on vacation with my 2 year old and with my boyfriend. We went to Italy, and I got really, really bad pain there. And it started under my chest on the right side, and I immediately um, thought it was a problem with my gallbladder. And I say immediately because first, the pain started like a inflammation of your stomach. When it comes to when you feel a pain that isn't like so bad, but you feel something, and it started like this, and then it went way worse. And so I went to the emergency room the night before going back to Germany, and it was the it was really bad because it wasn't Germany, it was Italy. And it's not because I love Italy, I am Italian. So, but I stayed there from midnight to 7 a.m. screaming and crying because I had really, really bad pain under my chest. And after 7 hours, they took me and they um, took my blood test, and they told me everything is fine. You can go back. And so I said, okay, what does this mean? Like, is there an infection? Yeah, there is an inflammation of gallbladder, and we can't do anything. You need to go back to Germany, and you need to tell the doctors there that they have to put the gallbladder out, that they have to take it out. And I was in really bad pain. They gave me like 2 3 um, medicines that they didn't really work. So I went back, and after 2 or 3 hours without eating, having a really bad pain, I got fever. I got a fever, and I started vomiting. And so we called the ambulance, and the ambulance brought me back to the exact same emergency room. So I stayed there again, and there was the same doctor. And he told me, and he said, "What are you doing here again?" And I said, "Well, everything went to the worst. Like, I'm feeling really bad." And he saw that I had fever, and I started vomiting. And he told me, "Well, if you're in this condition, we can't bring you back to Germany. You have to stay here, and we have to take out the gallbladder here." And I was like, really, I was really happy because staying there in an emergency room from midnight to 7 a.m., I lost my flight. Like, I've lost my flight because I have to stay 7 hours in there with pain and cramps, and no one, like, I couldn't go back. I lost my flight already. So I was happy that they could do something there and they could help me there, because the cramps were getting really, really worse. And yeah, I think everyone that has an gallbladder inflammation knows exactly how this feels. And so I was happy. And so I got on the, um, I don't know how it's called in English. And I got in the room and I stayed there, and they told me, okay, you can stay here, and we call your boyfriend, and we tell him that we're gonna look and see what we're gonna do. And for it was I remember it was 9 p.m. at the time, and they started to give me a lot of medicine and a lot of stuff to to oh my god, to get this inflammation out, and there was one doctor, and he came and he said, we can't take this gallbladder out. And I said, why not? Because if we do that, you have to stay here 4 weeks. And I said, no, I can't stay here for 4 weeks. I have a flight to go to Germany. I can't. Okay, we'll see what happens. So there was the other doctor that I said that he told me we need to do this here. And he came and I was crying. I told him, what are we going to do? I can't stay with this pain. Like, I'm feeling really, really bad. And he told me, listen, I'm going to talk to him and we will do this. We will take your gallbladder out so you can stay here 4 days and you can go back. And I was like, oh my God, he's my hero. Like, thank you so much. And so it was like midnight in that moment. And I fall asleep. No, I fell asleep. I'm so sorry. I fell asleep. And at 2 a.m., I called the doctors because I felt really, really bad. And I screamed and I cried. And there was this doctor that told me that I can't be there. Like, they can't get my gallbladder out. And he came and with an assistant, and he told me, well, we looked up again on your blood work and everything, and the inflammation of your gallbladder is infecting the liver and your pancreas. So we need to take this out tomorrow at 7 a.m. And I was like, okay, so tomorrow you can, yes, you will do this. And they was, yeah. And they told me, yes, we can. And so the next morning, I got into the surgery room and they took my gallbladder out. Everything was fine. I felt really good. I was doing jokes because I was so happy that I could get, I could get home. And so 4 days later, no, wait. So the surgery was on 18th. And on the 22nd, 4 days later, I got really, really yellow, and my skin turned yellow and my eyes turned yellow. Everything was getting yellow. And they told me, well, unfortunately, your blood work, like your liver, your liver isn't working good. And they told me something is going really bad. There's something that's going, like, it's not, everything is going, I don't know what happened, but they told me that my liver was going, like, everything was going crazy in there. I was getting really yellow. We need to bring you to another hospital, which is in another town. It's 1 hour from here, he told me. I'm coming with you and we are going to see what is going on here. in your biosystem, with your biosystem. And so I went into that city, this hospital, with this doctor, and they checked everything. They gave me um, they didn't give me that liquid that you drink when they do your, I don't know how it's called in English. And they didn't give me anything to drink because they told me I couldn't, like, 4 days after, I couldn't eat and still couldn't drink. And this was something really strange, because when something is going, like in a surgery, if everything is going good, you can eat and you can drink, and they didn't let me. So I lost a lot of weight, and they brought me into this city, and they told me, well, we need to do this. And so I went there, and they told me that they don't see any liquid going from my liver through through the biosystem. They said we can't see any liquid, which is not good. And I cried, because I knew if there's a problem, I need to stay there, and I didn't have the money for another flight. And my daughter, she was having her first day in daycare, and she could have lost this place, like this the situation was going like out of hand, and I was really scared. And I told him, I cried, and I said, wait, but, and he told me, you need to do an ERCP. And I said, can't I do this in Germany? And he told me, yes, of course you can do this in Germany. And I was, so I can go home? Yes, you can go home. There's no problem, but we need to fix, you need to tell me, we need to remain in contact, and you need to tell me if everything is going good in Germany, because you need to do this ERCP thing. And everything, I was like, I didn't care about anything what was going on. I just knew it wasn't an emergency and I could do anything at home. And when we got back to the other hospital, he got a call. This doctor got a call, and it was this hospital where I just did this check, and they told him she needs to turn back, because on the last scans that we did, we see a liquid flowing, like we see there is a liquid, so everything's great. So we went back an hour and did another scan of the biosystem, and they saw this fluid, and they told me everything was good, so everything was fine. I was happy. One day before I went home, he started to have a strange attitude. I don't want to say attitude, but he was kind of weird, because he was so positive. And then on the last day, he came to me and he said, listen, when you go home, be sure that you go and do this ERCP. And I said, yeah, okay. He said, because you need to check everything, if everything is okay. I said, okay. So I remain in contact with him, and I stayed in contact, and we talked everything that maybe if I wanted to eat something, if I wanted to drink something, I asked him if it was okay. And he said yes. And I told, how is my liver? Is there everything? Are you sure that there isn't something that, like an urgency or something? And he told me, no, you're yellow, your skin is yellow and your eyes are yellow because your liver has problems going on, like it's not working that good. But this needs to be fixed with an ERCP. So I took the flight and we went to Germany. Now, listen carefully. I came home at 5 a.m. and I put my daughter to sleep. And this was a Friday. So we landed on Friday. And I came home at 5 a.m. I could have waited this weekend and go to do the ERCP on Monday, and I didn't because something inside of me told me, no, let's check it, because I don't know. He kind of was, he scared me a little bit. And so I went 5 a.m. I put my daughter to sleep. She was 2 years old in that moment. And 2 hours later, I woke up and I went to my doctor. And she did another blood work, and she said, your liver is going, like, it's really bad. You really need to do an RCP. Take all your things, your stuff, and then go to this hospital near us. It's 20 minutes from here, and you need to do this ERCP. And I said, okay. And I was still yellow. My eyes were still yellow. Everything was going so bad. And when I put my daughter to sleep, I didn't kiss her or hug her or anything, because I knew mama is going to come back. And I didn't kiss her. I didn't hug her. I just went to this hospital and I did this ERCP. And when I woke up, I saw this person. I saw this doctor on the phone. He was all in white, and he was walking really nervously, and he was really strange acting, and he was like, what are we going to do now? And I was like, well, I don't think he's talking about me, because there were other patients here. And he was like, so okay, all right, I will wait. So and then I don't know if he got another call. I think he got another call then. And he responded and said, so is the ambulance for Miss coming? And he said the name of this hospital. This hospital is like an hour from me, and it's a polyclinic. Like it's a really big ass hospital where they really do like cancer and stuff like that. And they told me, so the ambulance is coming? And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening right now? And I cried and I screamed and I said, no, why are you going? Why do I need to go there? Like, what is happening? And there was this lady, and she told me, miss, you need to wait. I will explain everything to you, okay? And I go back to the room and I called my boyfriend. And my boyfriend was, what is happening? Because he already knew something was going really bad. And I told him, and I said, listen, give our daughter a kiss from me, because I don't know why, I don't know what, and I don't know when, I don't know what happens, I don't know what's going on, but they told me that I need to go there and they need to do another surgery tomorrow. And he was crying. My boyfriend was crying because he said, please be strong, do this for us. He told, what is going on? And I said, I don't know. They can't tell me. I don't know. They don't know either. So I waited until the doctor came in, and he came and he said, well, you had a lot of things going through. And I said, yes, but what is happening? And he told me, well, we need to send you into this hospital, and because we saw that in Italy, maybe it happened in Italy, it could have only happened in Italy, that your bile duct, which is the bigger one, which is connected to the liver, the doctor in Italy, like, he cut everything off. So everything that needs, every fluid and everything that has to be transported to the liver is stuck. Nothing is going there. And if we don't do anything and we don't send you there, you won't be there anymore tomorrow, because you can have a multi-organic failure, I think. Yeah. And I didn't know that I needed to stay 1 month without my daughter, without seeing her. I didn't see anyone for a month. Obviously, my parents and my family came, and they showed me a drawing. They did a drawing in that hospital, and they told me we need to do a, um, I think it's bilio or bilio digestive anastomosis. And I said, what is this? And they told me, well, we take a piece of your intestine and we cut it, and we we need to collect this in that area where you don't have this bile duct anymore. And my parents came and they hugged me. Everyone came, and I didn't know that my father, before he talked to me about everything, he told me, don't be scared, everything's going to be fine. No one told me that this is something they told me later, that the doctors told my parents that they need to rest. Everyone in this, like every doctor in there needed to rest and to be prepared for this surgery. And it was a 6-hour surgery, I think, and it's one of the biggest things to do because it's really complicated. And yeah, so this is what happens. And now I had 3 surgeries, and I have a really big scar on my here that goes from here to here. And I don't want to say that this is like I don't want to say that this is something that I know that there are illnesses that are really worse and things. I don't want to even, but I felt alone. I felt really lonely with this. And I just needed someone to tell me, I have this too, and you don't have to be scared because you can live with it. Or I don't know, I'm doing therapy, but I just needed a person or someone who tells me, I did this too. And I don't know if I can have babies. They told me that I need to be really, really, everything has to be really, under eye, because if I get pregnant again, I need to be under a really big, like they really need to follow everything I do, because it's really difficult. And so I stay there. I want to have other babies, and I always wanted another child, but I don't know, maybe I need someone to tell me I had this too and I had another baby and everything was fine, or either the other way. I don't know. But this is something I really do miss in this moment, because I don't have an example for me to say, oh my God, don't be so dramatic. Everything is good. And I had the same thing, and I had this life, and I had another child. And there are so many things that I would want to do, but I can't, because I'm so scared of what could happen to me. And this is everything I want. Like, I always wanted to share the story only because I just wanted someone to tell me I'm here, and I understand. I got the same thing, and you don't have to be scared, you know? So if there's someone out there having the same issue, it would be really, really nice just to share it and to tell me everything is going good. And we are all blessed, and we're all strong. No matter no matter what illnesses is. Um, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't change the fact that you're suffering, and it doesn't change the fact that you are feeling lonely. So yeah, this is I hope that you I don't want to say I hope that you enjoyed this video, because it's kind of sad, but um yeah, maybe you enjoy listening to my story, and yeah, it would be really nice if you could share yours maybe. Thank you so much. Bye.